We'll do a quick exterior walk around here. I'll point out some of the blemishes. So that is definitely the worst of what's on the car. A little bit of paint missing and cracked. It's repairable, so you don't have to worry about getting a new bumper or anything, but if you wanted that to look perfect, yeah, some body repair work. This scratch right here, fingernail does barely catch on it. It would clean up pretty well with a little wet sanding, but I think ultimately if you wanted that to go away or at least look more presentable, I would do some touch up, sand it down, touch up again, buff it. That would be very helpful. Over here, all four wheels have at least a tiny bit of curb rash, but we've got 2 keys for the locking center caps. This side looks pretty good. Up here, again, all 4 have just a tiny bit of curb rash. Actually, the right front is probably the worst, and I'll get there. This PPF's not in great shape. It's older, a little faded, a little tired. I would, if it was my car, I'd have it pulled off and either put some new PPF on or just leave it off. And then some spots on the fender and hood. This lighting isn't very forgiving. If you take it outside, you can almost can't see any of that stuff. But yeah, a little wet sanding, polishing on the hood and that fender would be very helpful. Some very minor little chipping down across the bottom. This fender's in good shape. So this wheel right there is where you're going to see the worst of all 4 wheels, the curb rash on the whole car. So not horrible, but I want to be transparent about it. Couple little spots over on this side. Try and get it in the reflection. The worst is actually what's visible is right on the edge. Oops, where's my hand? There we go. It's right on the edge of that little door edge PPF. If you remove or replace that PPF, gosh, why isn't that focusing? There we go. If you remove that PPF, the worst of those marks will be gone. Fortunately, the PPF did its job there. Window tint is in good shape, although there is a couple little scratches on the inside of the driver's, well, of course the inside, driver's door. A couple little scratches in the window tint. There's a little bit of the rash right there. Looks good over here. And we'll zoom out. The roof, if this was my car, I would, and man, this light is not forgiving at all. So it's about as worse as it looks in this lighting. But a little bit of wet sanding, polishing on this roof would be probably smart as well. But otherwise, the exterior, I mean, overall, it's in good shape. There's just some blemishes that I want to be transparent about. We'll do a couple other videos here in just a sec, so they're not too long. Thank you.